Good morning, chat. It's another day. We left the vet with the battery off overnight. It's been a nice long time. Left the windows down, right? Because you can't get in, right? It's electric. There's a little trick. When you make a cut. So in the vet, the reason I left the door down is because there's this little release lever here. Ooh, if I can reach it. Yeah, all the way over here. Pull it. And then your door comes open, which is good. So when you're doing this, when you unplug your battery, don't forget to leave that window down, because then you'll get trapped in, and that would suck. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is these little holes here. We got to get a little baby, what I'm going to use is a little flathead or some kind of little prick or pry tool. And there's a little notch that will lift this airbag off on both sides here. You can see, where is it? There it is. Right there. It's kind of a tedious position, but we got to get those off. So you pry it on this end as you pull up, pry on this end as you pull up, and the whole airbag will come out. So, okay, chat. So that little hole here, thank you, baby. The little hole here, I'm putting my little flathead in here, and I'm pushing this little lever, and you got to get your fingers up here and pry out. All right. And so that will pop this airbag off. Now we just need to get these clips out. Alright, and just for reference, when you're sticking that hole, this metal lever here, this is what you're pushing in. So you'll feel it like snag, and then when you push in, pull out for the airbag, which should pop right up. Dude, you know what would come in handy? Those like TikTok shop little pry tool kits. It is a thing. I've seen them. Hold up, I don't want to break this connector. I'm gonna watch a video real quick. Okay, so for these little clips here, I'm just taking a little flathead, and there's a little plastic like a clip flow retainer holding these. I'm just taking it, prying them up, and then pinching. It's kind of like a pinch and wiggle. Really small clips. There we go. All right. And we need to remember on the airbag, when it's laying down like this, pink to pink, gray to gray. Pretty simple. And then we have this little clear one here. I'm not going to touch that just yet. Set the airbag aside. And we're going to grab our 21mm out of our new E-lead kit. Amazon link down below. We're going to need the extender. That's another cool thing about this kit. Comes with both stubby and extendo sockets. So they got everything you need. Everything you need in this little kit. Amazon link down below. I need another little extension. I really gotta get in there. Guess what? Just got that too. Sheesh. Alright. Oh. That came off way easier than I expected it to. Alright, so now we've got this nut off. I'll go grab the camera, show you guys what's going on here. So the nut is off. There's this little dash and that arrow. Those need to match. So when we put this back on, make sure those are lining up. Just so that the steering wheel stays even. laughing at me? No, I don't think so. It's just stuck in there. Alright, well, steering wheel's off. All you have to do is pull it off, but I muscled it a little too hard and this connector ripped out of the steering wheel hub assembly. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to go about this one. Like, I don't know if I just stick it in and hope for the best. Yeah, it's like destroyed. Is this the horn? I wonder if that's the horn button. It might be the horn. If it's the horn, I'm not too worried about it. I don't need a horn. But yeah, this shit's broken. So I'm just gonna do a little research before I continue. Just make sure this isn't airbag related. I'm pretty sure these two wires are the airbags, so I think I'm fine. But yeah, this was a big oopsie. Make sure to disconnect this connector that's hiding back here. It's just clipped to the back here. Make sure you remove that so that this doesn't happen, and then you can just pull it off. All right, I did have to run to the O'Reilly's real quick to get a 1/4 inch. This kit that I got off of Amazon that I bought, labeled as a 3/8. I just opened it up. Those are 1/4 inch. Half of this is 1/4 inch. Junk. There will not be a link to this down below because I will be returning it. Ridiculous. False advertising. But I bought this guy so I could use this T30 to get these 3 T30 bolts off. Okay, now we're going to get these 2 bolts out. This is a T20. These are both T20 sockets. Alright, now with those out of the way and those 3 T30s, we can get to these weird little ones tucked back here to get the little head unit play buttons on.
Alright, post video while editing steak. I just want to go into this part because I didn't make this very clear in the video. The reasoning I had to take all these apart is because the steering wheel did not fit my car. This steering wheel is for the 06 to 08 models, I believe, and then the 11, 12, 13, and 14, I believe, had a different assembly, which you can see in the video here. Flip it back around. This bracket here is actually built into the steering wheel. So the ones that fit my model year, the carbon fiber steering wheels that fit my model year, already have this with the buttons installed, and that's why this did not work out for me.
I was thinking about that connector that I broke. It looks like it connects all of these, so the pedal shifter and the radio controls, which would be an issue because I use the pedal shifters for roll racing, so yeah, I'll probably have to figure that one out. Alright, I don't know why my car is different, but all the videos I saw took out the bolts that I just showed you all, and this whole assembly just came out. For some reason, mine, under this little black trim, I decided to just try and pry it, and it popped off, but under this trim, there's 2 more little Torx bits, so I'm going to pull these off. Alright, this was way harder than it should have been. None of the videos that I watched or could find showed like their steering wheels look different than mine. So I guess this leather piece, the glue was holding the trim into place, but I couldn't figure that out. And I ended up cutting the little tabs off of these just to realize that the glue was what was holding it up. So I'm just going to get rid of them because I don't need it. I don't know. Or maybe I do. Do I need it? I don't remember. We'll find out. So yeah, we're just going to put everything back. And this will make it a lot easier to change this clock spring now because there's 3 cables that I have to get down there. That yellow one, this black one right here, and then I believe there's another one underneath where the bolster is. to get this clock spring out. So I'm gonna watch a video on how to remove the clock spring. That way we're just being preemptive. And then when we get it, we can just slap it in and hopefully drive my car again. It's been 2 weeks. Ah! All right, are we? Yep, microphone is on. So here is our new to me clock spring. Um, it was such a pain. So originally I'd ordered one off of a website that sells new ones, and then like 4 days later they go, actually we don't manufacture that part. So I was stuck. It took me about 6 hours, but I found a junkyard in Minneapolis with an '07 auto with the paddle shifter, so it has this 7-pin cable, just like ours did. And let me grab that 7-pin cable and the 7-pin cable. So it was really hard to source because the manual ones only have a 4-pin cable, and there's a lot more manuals, at least at junkyards. So what we have to do is there's a little copper spring, little clip that I bought a little tool for. So we got to pull that out, and then the clock spring should just literally pop right out. However, there are 2 cables, this yellow and this white, that I have to pull out, and they're kind of stuffed under the dash. So that's what I'm going to do first. All right, I got those 2 clips off. I also took that little metal bracket down there. It's just 4 holes. They're all 7 mils, and there's little access port holes. So if you have your ratchet, but I just used my little wrench, and that worked just fine. So now, got to get this retaining clip out with my fancy new kit that I bought, and this should do the job. All right, we got it. There it is. Got to make sure we don't lose this. I'm going to keep it on the pliers right next to me here. And now this should slide right off. Okay, it does, but... oh, I gotta get some snips. BRB. Do this without... these are really shitty scissors, but it's all I have. Ooh, alright, that worked. And I gotta like snake this around. Ooh, alright. It's kind of like wrapped around some other bolt, or not bolt, connector. Not quite sure what this connector is, but that doesn't really matter. What the heck? There we go. And should be able to feed it out and around. Come on, baby. What is it stuck on, man? There we go. All right. Shoo. Clock spring is off. All right. So now we need the new clock spring. Notice how they zip tied it. That's very, very important because these can only spin so many times. So they even marked it for me. This little green mark is the up position, which is good. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut these. The reason these can't spin so much is because they have this cable on the inside that can only spin so many times. And it's basically how they... I'm gonna be real, I don't really know exactly what it's doing, but it has something to do with like spinning, and it's got like copper wires and stuff, so I know it's important. Now let's put her on as such. All right, that should do it. So we got to put just a little bit of force, just enough to get this O-ring back on. All right, O-ring snapped in place. We should be golden, baby. Whew, I'm excited. This has been a 2-week-long process, and I've been so sick lately. These last few days I've been super sick. Let me put this back on. All right, I'm just gonna hook up these two connectors, so this white and yellow cable, and then I'll have to put my dash back together a little bit before I go installing that steering wheel, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, we can drive this piece today. All right, my phone's low battery. My phone's almost dead, but I kind of zip tied the little gas cap trunk open. I used the little 3M Velcro to hold the engine start stop, and then for the little cluster information, I just used the original tab that clips in to the plastic there, and then everything else is gone. Still got to put the two screws in, these two, for the AC, and then we will be all set. I could probably take that light bulb out, but because I'm low on battery, I'm just gonna get the steering wheel on. We'll just feed these wires through, clip it in, and then I gotta find out what the torque spec is for this nut. All right, my phone is on 10%, but I wanted to get this little video portion of the torque in the steering wheel. I found that the torque setting is 27 foot-pounds. I don't know why it stopped at 22 foot-pounds. I feel like I'm going too tight. All right, that was the red. So I think we're all set. I think we are all good. Turn this off. I'll have a link down below to this torque wrench that I bought off of Amazon, as well as all the other tools that we use. But I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to get this AC unit bolted up here. We'll get the airbag in, and we'll be done.
That's the end of the video. Steering wheel's great. I drove it a couple times, but I didn't take footage. And I kind of have the car somewhat disassembled for another video that I will start editing right now. But I just want to say thank you for watching. Hit the comment, like, subscribe. Please use my Amazon links down below. And check in to the next video once I have it posted.